And welcome to this week's episode of Tea Time with Mrs. Potts. My name is Emily Jewell. I play Mrs. Potts in the national tour of Disney's Beauty and the Beast, presented by Networks Presentations, and I'm here today with Nathan Duszny, swing extraordinaire. So Nathan, introduce yourself to everybody first, where you grew up, where you went to school.
Okay. So, hi, my name's Nathan. So I'm originally from Merrimack, New Hampshire, yes, where the cows roam free. And yeah, I went to Merrimack High School. I went to New Hampshire School of Ballet. I was a ballet boy, hardcore. And then I moved to New York and realized I wasn't the same size as everyone else. And so I was like, do you know what? I'm going to try this crazy thing called musical theater. And I did, and I stuck with it, and that was a decade ago, and here I am.
And here you are.
Here we are.
So, Nathan, the first thing I want to ask, you are a swing, and can you just describe what that is to people? Because I don't think a lot of people know what a swing is.
Absolutely.
And what that means for you.
All right. Well, so a swing is basically you're the ultimate understudy. So I understudy all the male ensemble, and then one principal, or two principals, Monsieur Dark. So what that means is, anytime someone gets sick or ill or they just need a day off, which we do a swing out, which is when they just give a person a day off, I go on. So I have to learn everyone's choreography, everyone's lines, everyone's songs, everyone's vocal parts. Like I sing tenor in the show, but I also sing baritone. So basically you are in a constant state of schizophrenia.
Right.
But you do it, and we make it happen.
Yeah. So you have 10 roles officially that you have to know.
Yeah, I have
at
to
any
know.
point in time.
10 roles, and then they encourage you to learn the other roles as well.
Right.
So yes.
As the super swing that you are, this week you got to go on for Le Fou for the first time. So what was that like?
Okay. So I was terrified when I found out. So as you guys know, I'm very, very happy-go-lucky. Like I was backstage, totally chill and calm. You know, I feel like I'm at that point where, in the contract, where I can be calm backstage. Like I'm not constantly panicking about who I swing in, swing out. And I was literally showing off pictures of my nephew, and I'm like baby owls and stuff, being like, isn't this cute? Like backstage, I give people my inspiration for the day, and all of a sudden I get tapped on the shoulder by my dance captain and be like, go see the stage management. And I was like, oh, okay, no problem. Like, no problems, no worries, I got this. Walk over, and they're like, you're on tonight. And I went, and the next thing I know is I'm in the dressing room, and she's asking me like, hey, are you okay? Do you need anything? And I was like, yeah, she's like, do you wanna go through the show? And I'm like, yes. And she goes, do you need your script? I was like, I need my script. I'll be right back. Got my script, came down, sit down. She's like, do you know what you need to work on? I was like, maybe. So, do you know what? Let's just go through the show. Literally, it was like my brain was fried. I didn't know my name. I didn't know who I was. Literally, she was like, do you know what? You need to get out. So I walked out, got a Starbucks, came back, and we ran things for about an hour with just her and myself. And then Cameron, who plays our guest Dawn, came in, and we rehearsed things for another hour. Then we rehearsed things on stage with my wig and my shoes on. And mind you, this is all first time trying this stuff on. I've never seen my costume complete in form. I've never wore the shoes. I've never tried on the wig. I didn't even know I had my own wig. That was cool. Things like that. I was like, oh, okay. And it was just a shock. And I remember as the opening number is happening and everyone's doing bell and people are coming by and be like, yeah, you got this. I don't remember any of that. It was just concentrating pure fear. And then it happened. My time came, I walked on stage, and literally it was when you jump into a river and it's either or a stream, and it's you either go with the current and you either safely just kind of go down, or it takes you out and you just go. I think it was more like that. The water hit my kneecaps, I fell and just was washed away with it, but in a good way.
You did it very gracefully.
I didn't hit any rocks. I didn't hit any rocks. I didn't scrape any knees. Just made it. Yeah. And it was funny because I didn't really come to until about intermission, and then I was like, whew. Wow.
Well, you did a great job.
Thank you.
It was really fun.
No one died, so that's a good sign. I'll take it.
So, Nathan, you already said that you're from the East Coast, but
I am.
We are in the Midwest right now. We're actually in an airport in Omaha, hence all the interruptions. But this is your first time in the Midwest.
Absolutely.
So, and be nice as you talk about it, because I'm from the Midwest, and so are most of my viewers.
This is true. This is true.
So what has been your impression of the Midwest, Nathan?
It's been very hit and miss, I will say, only because I am such an East Coast snob. I'm from New Hampshire, so New England pride, So I get here, football team's totally different, and that's fine. It's totally fine. But no, it's been actually kind of a pleasant surprise because you get here and the people are so chill. Like, I'm not used to people being like, what do you want with that coffee? Do you want whipped cream on it? And you're like, yes, like, yeah. And they want to know your name. They're just very nice.
Nice.
The one thing that does throw me off, though, is, like, how spread out everything is. So, like, when to them, they're like, oh, yeah, it's 2 blocks that way. They really mean it's 3 miles because that block is actually a huge Walmart that, it's, basically...
There's more space.
There's more space. So, like, when we are in a location, it has been difficult trying to get around. But when you do get around, it's great. Yeah. I love it. Omaha's awesome.
Omaha's
awesome.
We had a great time in Omaha.
Omaha's killing it.
I have one final question. As this is Tea Time with Mrs. Potts, what is your favorite kind of tea?
I love English breakfast with a dash of milk and a pinch of sugar. Just a little bit. Like British to the max. I love it.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Well, thank you for being here with me today at our airport on our travel day. And I will leave them with what I leave them with every week, which is remember there's nothing like a nice warm cup of tea to make the world seem a bit brighter.